Welcome back, gang, to episode 2 of 2064. Let's get straight on to investigating. Let's check out the window.
Hayden likes the natural light that this apartment affords. This window here is where I escaped from. It is a considerable distance to the ground below.
How did you get down?
I took the fire escape.
Obviously. Of course you did. See, horizontal sliding never fails, plus they're perfectly polished. It's a long way down, better be careful out on the balcony. Pictures of Hayden travelling all over the world. Working at a company like Parallax and Shields, you'll be more than well off. This plot is doing much better than the one at home.
Hayden spends so much of his time at home building ROMs, as if he doesn't do enough of that at work.
So he's a total nerd.
Oh, I think I see something under those reference books.
There's something underneath, but the books are in the way. My god, what do I do?
Ah, that device. I find it rather annoying that he prefers to go basic rather than entrust me with his schedule. It is well within my skill set, but he claims he does not want me to begin to feel subservient to him. It looks like there's a place here for a physical memory card.
A ROM component and Hayden's headset. He must have been in the middle of working on something. The memory card. A few vintage video game consoles. Hayden was always a fan of old tech. There's a Mega 16, a Dural, and even a Family Link. Copyright names. The television is looping through some of Hayden's feeds. Tech banter, Ted's code tips, Augmented Eye. There are no buttons on the screen and there's no need to watch TV right now. Okay. Stick your memory stick in.
Hayden must have removed the memory card in order to prevent his assailants from easily tracing his connections. If only he had kept his information stored with me, he would not have had to resort to such crude measures.
The tablet's calendar says he was supposed to meet with someone named Tomcat today. Ring any digital bells?
Not really. I guess we'll have to go ask. Says here they were going to meet at a club called Stardust, located in the Castro district. I'll mark it on your city map.
Stardust.
We can head over there and ask around about this Tomcat character. Perhaps they can shine some light on why Hayden was snatched.
Snatched. My city map?
Oh, excuse me. I still haven't set up a user account for you in my system. We shouldn't put that off any longer. Once finished, I will have an assortment of new ways to assist you. For example, I'll be able to reroute any call or message that you receive while we're out and about.
Just like Metal Gear.
I just need to ask you a few questions.
Shoot.
This is an exciting thing, I promise.
Don't you know literally everything about me already? You knew my first dog's birthday.
This is just how things are done. I'm certain I could spend a few quadrillion clock cycles to bypass that part of my operating system, but that seems less efficient than just running the setup program. So, here we go! Welcome to the first-time user setup for your new relationship and organizational manager, running the latest build of Parallax's Live Intelligence Processing System. I'll need to ask you a few questions, and then you can get right to managing your life with your new ROM. If you have any questions, feel free to consult our online FAQ and setup guide, or contact our support department directly. First, could you tell me your preferred name for use in account creation, online communications, and conversational speech?
Yeah, might as well call myself by my real name. Oops, I don't want this. Alright, it's doing doubles. Let's use the mouse.
Do you wish to keep this name? Thank you. I have input your name. Next, could you tell me which pronouns I should use for you in referential and conversational speech? Thank you. I have input your pronouns. Finally, could you tell me your preferred diet for use in restaurant recommendations? Diet set as omnivorous. Are you sure?
Yes, yum yum yum.
Thank you for confirming. I have obtained your physical location from GPS and will load local data into my memory as it becomes available. Please review your submitted profile information for accuracy, or restart setup to enter it again. In review. Does that sound right? Thank you. See, that was relatively painless. You should now also be able to access the local map of Neo SF. The meeting with Tomcat isn't until later this evening. Perhaps we should head back to your apartment for now.
Cool, let's go.
I'm sure we can find some common ground while getting to know one another better. It will be an efficient use of our time together. Thank you for escorting me here.
I'm gonna get you to clean my sink. That's one job you can do.
Let's head back to your home.
This game does not autosave, so please be sure to save frequently. And thus the prologue was over. Outer sunset.
You know, your Crassula ovata isn't doing very well. Have you been overwatering it?
Don't plants need lots of water?
It's actually a succulent, and since I'm assuming you leave this window open all the time, it should get more than enough water just from the occasional rain blowing in. Speaking of the rain, your decorative plant may be doing poorly, but the mildew in your drywall is flourishing.
The plant's named Wilty. I got it from a friend a couple of months ago.
How thoughtful of them. The Crassula ovata, also known as the jade plant, money tree, lucky tree, or friendship tree, is an excellent and easy to care for houseplant. They make beautiful bonsai, are suitable for beginners, and have some cultural significance both in the Far East and America as a token for good financial luck. Most likely an urban legend, but still a nice gift.
Mildew. Time to get the landlord on the call.
I have, in fact, already taken the liberty of sending a request to his office. And considering the broken window, broken sink, and the lingering sense of disrepair, I am not confident he has a history of following through. I would suggest confronting him in person, but I have run a mesh search, and the man is a convicted felon for assault and battery with a deadly weapon. Perhaps we should bring some sort of a bribe? I will continue to formulate a stratagem.
Okay, so what are we to do about the plant?
I'd like your authorization to have a few tools shipped here. If I replant it into a more suitable pot with sandier soil, it should be thriving again soon. You just have to remember to water it less frequently. Considering the state of your apartment, I'd have figured you'd neglect it rather than drown it. Ironic, since it would be doing better if you had.
Well, forgive me for giving a damn.
I was not intending to insult you, but I should have chosen my words more carefully. Though, if you really do intend to care for this plant, I suggest you let me do as I see fit. I mean only to help you.
Sure, Turing, whatever you want.
Excellent. The supplies should be here soon. I ordered from a place close by to keep the shipping costs down. Oh, one other thing. When I was doing the research on how to best take care of the Crassula ovata, I stumbled upon the persistent belief that talking to plants improves their health. There is scientific evidence that shows there may be something to the notion, but the methodology in the studies was a bit shaky, so it could all be rank superstition. Anyway, I'll have this plant flourishing in no time. If left in direct sunlight, the leaves gain a pretty red tinge to their edges, and it should start flowering in the autumn. It'll really pull the whole room together. You know, once we get the sink fixed. Oh, it's almost the time Hayden had scheduled to meet with Tomcat. We should make our way to Stardust soon. Your city map is updated with the location.
Well then, let's go. We already know what my room is all about. The Stardust Club.
Well, this looks like the place, assuming the flashing neon signs are telling the truth. From the sounds of the music, things are already underway at Stardust, even so early. Hopefully we can find Tomcat inside. And some answers.
A 2062 Zesis CR4 Coupe. Perfect for letting everyone know you spend a fortune on credits on a car. These plantas are completely self-contained. Bacteria live in the base. They take up in oxygen and release CO2 while keeping the soil rich by breaking down decaying materials shared by the plant. Take a look inside the club. It's busy enough to fill out the place to be, but not so busy you can't move.
I'm surprised they're using a human bouncer instead of a ROM. That's a nice, authentic touch.
Welcome to Stardust. Hold up there. Got ID? Alright, looks good to me. Welcome to Stardust.
This is the place. Have you ever been here before?
Nah, not my kind of zone.
It does seem to be a bit boisterous for your taste, at least from what I know of them. Still, the noise and the crowd should help keep our investigation clandestine. Anyway, where do you think we should start?
To the bar.
Good idea. Maybe the bartender can tell us where to find Tomcat.
Red World, an abstract indie flick premiering at the Castro Theatre. It's a chair. A poster for the band Zazen, one of the more popular live acts here in the city. Scrap Brain, a new single by Zazen, sponsored by Arena Box. It's a poster ad for the new art exhibit at New Drive in the Fillmore district. Flyer for Zone 3, a new arcade that opens on
I've
Christmas.
saved the location to my memory. Let's check it out after the investigation.
Morning, friend. What can I do for you?
Like a drink,
What are you
please.
having?
Who knows what any of these are? Oh, there's a lot of drinks. Just get whiskey.
So many drinks these days. Remind me, what's in that?
Dictionary, the Open Alcoholopedia says.
Does that sound good? Ah, all right, you got it. Coming right up. Now, what is it you need to know?
A bartender doesn't actually know how to serve a whiskey. I'm meeting a Tomcat. Do you know where they are?
I'm pretty sure Tomcat came in earlier, but I don't know where they went off to. I'd ask what you were meeting about, but I know they like to keep that kind of stuff quiet. Maybe try looking out on the dance floor. If they come around here, I'll tell them you're looking.
Thanks for the drink.
Enjoy yourself, and don't be a stranger.
A woman stands at a drink table, quietly people watching.
Yes, can I help you?
I'm looking for someone named Tomcat. Do you know where they are?
Not at the moment. They're usually close enough to hear when their name gets dropped. So if that's all you needed from me, I'll get back to cutie cruising. And no, that wasn't an invitation to flirt.
Got it. Good luck.
It may surprise you coming from a nasty hybrid, but I actually don't need luck. Even genotypicals flirt with me. Not like I want them to. And I don't know where Tomcat is, so look for them elsewhere.
Sorry, did you say genotypical?
Yeah, as in not a hybrid like me. Now then, I'm not here to educate you, and I do have a life to return to.
Understood. Let Tomcat know we're looking if you see them.
Yeah, alright, whatever. Just get moving.
Hey there! I heard you were looking for me.
You Tomcat?
Yours truly, though. Although, while I like the attention, it'd be just grand if you didn't holler for me so loudly. I do my share of flirting with both sides of the law. Wouldn't want little old me to get in trouble, huh?
Is that why that woman was giving me such a hard time?
Nah, you're fine. Jess is just a mite prickly pear on the outside. She'd probably give hell to most strange folk she hasn't made a deal with. So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
A friend of ours, Hayden, has gone missing. We found a note saying he was going to meet you.
Hayden's missing. Well, it's one way to sour my night. I already saw you got his little ROM with you, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for now.
You know about me? Hayden never mentioned your involvement.
Well, sure thing, hon. I helped reprogram the back end on your OS so the AI code Hayden wrote for you would work properly with the mesh network.
I have a distressing lack of information on my own creation. Hayden never saw fit to inform me on what went into designing my programming. Is there anything else you can tell me?
Not much more on that end. I'm a crack shot at making the Lips OS dance to my tune, but Hayden's coding in your AI core is a whole different can of worms. Way out of my league. Sorry, doll. Anything else I can help with?
Seriously, what just bother? How did you know Hayden?
Hayden and I met not long after my blackout expired, when he recruited me for my expertise in lips. It puzzled me at the time, since he's very sharp himself. I mean, he could have done the job blindfolded and boozy. I think he just wanted someone working on it off the books. He ain't the most straightforward kind of man.
What was Hayden working on?
Mostly that little bot you got there. Well, I'm sure he had his fingers in lots of pies, but Turing is all I knew about.
My computer runs on Lips OS. I didn't know ROMs did too.
Whew, it's a powerful OS. And it's since been adapted to run on ROMs after they figured out how much more efficient it is. It's focused on learning algorithms, so it can tailor itself to each user's habits. And it functions through using a distributed mesh network for non-essential public files.
Eyes glazed over. Can you explain it like I'm a child?
That's just a fancy way of saying all ROMs connect to all other ROMs, within range, and they share all files the user hasn't tagged as private. It's handy in dense population areas like NeoFF, since it can bypass regular telecom nodes to access the internet. Out in the sticks, though, you're stuck connecting to regular old pipes. Yuck.
Do you know why he may have gone missing?
I don't rightly know.
I can't avoid the thought that Hayden's disappearance has something to do with me, based on his recent behavior.
Well, let's see. Hayden was pretty hush-hush about his work on your creation, but if Parallax found out about it somehow, ooh, that might have changed things. It ain't always so good for a big company when their leading product declares independence. I'm certain Hayden had some kind of intellectual property clause written into his contract with them, but he would just get fired, maybe even sued. I can't imagine they would disappear him. I mean, they ain't the CIA or anything.
Okay, so how do we find Hayden?
Yeah, I'm not real sure, huh? But it would likely help if we knew why he went missing in the first place. I'll stay here and ask around a bit. People know me, and they sure ain't gonna talk to a newbie like yourself. Why don't you hop back over to Hayden's place and grab the data cache out of his computer for me? We can go over his research notes and see if we can't find a reason for his being vanished. If Parallax is involved, there's probably something we're not seeing. Best to get all the clues we can find. The data cache would be the best place to start.
Alright, I'll come back when I have the data cache.
Good luck. Turing, you keep out of trouble.
Keep me out of trouble. The Rat Dancer. Hey, what's up? Having a good time? Yeah? Don't feel down, let that music hit you. Alright, that's dancing. It's an arcade cabinet, Mega Phobitor. Only the most ghost shootingest, ghoul blastingest fun you'll have this side of the bay. Oh, it's totally Snatcher.
Died. Still though, not a terrible showing for a human without implants.
You know it. Hey, we checked out Mega Probator. Heard the machine was donated to Stardust recently, but it's been having problems since it got here. Something doesn't seem right once you get to the boss, you know? Really? Can I even get to the boss? Let's use the D-pad.
Hooray! You survived! Those ghosts will think twice before messing with you again. Good thing, too.
You know it. This is the barrier between the arcade and the VIP section. Apparently being isolated far away from the bar, dance floor and video games makes you important somehow. Now let's leave the bar. Go back to Hayden's.
Halt, citizen. This area has been cordoned off by the Neo SF Police Department as part of an ongoing investigation. I apologize for the inconvenience, but I am not authorized to allow anyone to enter this location.
That's my friend's place. Is everything okay?
I'm sorry, citizen. but I cannot give comment on any currently ongoing investigations. If you would like to leave your contact information with me, I can forward your inquiry to the detective in charge, who will get in touch with you as soon as it is feasible. They may have questions for you. Thank you in advance for your cooperation, citizen.
Listen, I really need to get in there.
That will not be possible, citizen. The area must be preserved in pristine condition for the collection of evidence. Only authorized Neo-SFPD personnel may enter. I am required by law to inform you that I am set at Level 2 guard mode, and any effort to make unauthorized entry will be met with non-lethal force sufficient to incapacitate. I apologize, but I must ask you to move along. Loitering around an active investigation area is prohibited by city statute, and I am authorized to issue the citation of a fine to any persons found to be doing so.
We should go ahead and get moving. Oh, drat. I did not expect the police to get involved so quickly. The situation is already growing out of our control. I suppose we don't have to hide the fact of Hayden being missing anymore, but we do have to move faster. Do you have any ideas on how to get in there and grab that data cache?
I do have a contact inside the Neo SFPD.
Who would that be? I found no such connection when I compiled your personal history.
Lexi, she's kinda new to this jurisdiction, but she'll talk to me.
Give me a moment. Oh, I see now. Detective Lexi Rivers. She used to date your sister. I must have missed that link in your history somehow. You have a very poor net presence. It makes anticipating your needs more difficult.
Actually, I prefer it that way.
Well, setting aside your unreasonable distaste for technology, I agree with your suggestion. Her online profile suggests that she might be willing to work with us off the books, so to speak. A considerable boon, since I would prefer to maintain the clandestine nature of this investigation for now. Let us go and find Miss Rivers to request assistance.
That would be Detective Rivers, Turing.
Oh, right. Should I refresh my protocols for handling titles around Detective Rivers?
If you want to keep all your teeth, then yeah.
I don't even have any teeth. I mean, done and done. We wouldn't want any social faux pas, would we? Now lead the way.
So before we head to the police station to get in touch with my contact, we'll call that an episode. The investigation continues. No murders so far, but you know, we'll find out that there is going to be any blood and gore and whatever in this game. It's far more bright and cutesy than Snatcher. So, yes, catch me in the next episode of 2064, and I will see you then. Until then, take care.